Hello class, welcome to week 7. I hope you're starting to get encouraged that you're playing some things that are starting to sound pretty good, and we're even going to sound a lot better by the end of the semester, so good for you for sticking it out. Today we're going to start this week with page 68, and we're going to play our first scale. A scale is made up of a series of whole steps and half steps. But this week is a special scale because we're going to play a scale that is only half steps. It's called a chromatic scale. So it's made up of every single note from one note until the next of that. It's like a C to the next C, using every single half step in between. So it's really pretty fun. The rule is that the white keys are going to get a thumb, and the black keys are going to get a 3. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. Until there's 2 white keys in a row, then you're going to use your 2 finger, and then you're back to 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, because I have another set of 2 white keys. So let's do that again. So only when I have 2 white keys in a row do I get to use my 2 finger. So I'm going to go 1, 3, 1, 3. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2. Then back down. 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1. Might take a little practicing, but on your book, it shows you 1, 3, 1, 3. It shows you the fingering for the left hand and the right hand. So if you just check that out, you'll be able to do it. So if I'm playing my left hand, I'm starting on a white key, so it'll be my thumb. So 1, 3, 1, 3. Now 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1. Now back down 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1. When you get later on in the week, you can try hands together. And both hands will be playing the same notes at the same time. So C, C sharp, D, D sharp, E, F, F sharp, G, G sharp, A. Back down. So when you get good at this, I'd like you to record yourself playing the right hand and the left hand separately, then uploading that for some points, okay? Then we are going to do, now the next thing we're going to look at is page 69 in our book, and this is building patterns of whole steps. You're just gonna complete the fill in the blank part at the bottom of the page and upload that to me. So if I start on a C, a whole step above that is gonna be a D, and then another whole step above that is going to be an E. So you're just going to have the C, then write in the D and the E. Let's start where it says B. That's a little trickier. So I'm going to go B. Up a whole step is going to be C sharp. Another whole step is going to be D sharp. All right, so remember, if you're going uphill, they're going to be sharps. If we're going downhill, well, it'll mostly be flats. Let me just show you some of the trickier ones. So if I start on a G sharp, which could also be called A flat, so G sharp, I go up a whole step, I get A sharp, and then another whole step. Lots of people would want to put, oh, that's a C, but we have to use every alphabet letter in order. So G sharp, A sharp, and we have to use some kind of B. So that'll be a B sharp. Okay, so G sharp, A sharp, B sharp. Those are the only tricky ones that you have to make sure that you use every single alphabet letter. So you'll just fill that in and then upload that to me. On the next page, on the back side, is another fill in the blank. You're just going to put in your 5-finger positions. Remember, your 5-finger pattern is you start, then a whole step, half step, whole step. You're going to start on whatever note it tells you. D major, I'm going to start on a D. So write my little D in the D slot. Up a whole step is E. Whole step is F sharp. half step is G, and then an A. So I'm going to write those notes. Just write the notes that are in the 5-finger pattern, and then you upload those pages to me. Okay, we're going to learn a new rhythm and a new kind of note today on page 71. So right now, the smallest note value we know is a quarter note that gets 1 count. But sometimes we have notes that are a smaller value than those are, and the ones we're going to learn in this unit are eighth notes. You can see that these 2 eighth notes are connected by a bar on the top. So this quarter note equals 2 of these eighth notes. It's like a half, and there's the other half. So when I see an eighth note, I'm going to count it 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. So once I have eighth notes in a song, I have to count everything with 1 and 2 and. So I go 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Here's a line that we can practice on. 1 and 2 and 1 and 2 and. Okay, or like 2 eighths quarter, 2 eighths quarter. Now these little things here, these squiggles, these are eighth note rests. So you're just going to rest for 1 count. And when I don't have the eighth notes connected together like this, a single eighth note just has this little flag hanging down. So this is 1 sh. It's like 1 and, but I don't play the second one. So 1 sh, 2 1 sh, and 2 1. Let's do that again. Ready? And 1 sh, 2 1 sh, and 2 1. Let's look at the eighth note exercises on the top of page 71. I'm looking at 3-1. So 1 and 2 and let's clap. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and. Let's do number 2. Ready? Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and now we're on the third one where we have 3 counts in a measure. So 1 and ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3 and number 4, 1 and ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 1 and 2 and 3. Okay, we're going to be doing the same 5-finger patterns that we did before, only now we're counting them with eighth notes. So it'll be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and 3. Now my right hand does it. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Then hands together. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and good. Now some of you were only playing the 5-finger pattern going up, so now you have to just remember that we also need to go back down. And once you get to the bottom, you can go up to the next note like D. Find the pattern, cover it up. Now 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2, and you keep doing all the different keys till you get back up to the next C position. Now this is very similar to what's on the next page, page 72. Only this time the counting is going to change a little bit. It'll be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and chord. So it'll be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Star. Skip up, skip up. Skip down, 2, and 1, 3, and 5 fingers at the same time. So you're just going to pull your wrist down. When I'm done with that, I go up to my D position. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4, 2 and 3 and 4, 1, 2 and. Okay? So you're going to do those in a variety of positions. All right, now we're going to move on to page 73. This is a song, you see that it's in D 5-finger pattern. You should really practice this one hand at a time. But so D 5-finger pattern is going to be D, E, F sharp, G, A. I'm going to just play the right hand. Ready? Go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 2 and up 4. F sharp, 2 and 3, 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let's do the left hand now. So I'm in D position. Ready, go. 1 and 2 and rest and 4. Now 5, 4, 3. Thumb, 2, shh, shh. Thumb, step down, step down, step down. 2, shh, shh. Now a third part. 2, shh, shh. Thumb, hold, skip down, skip up, all the way down. I like you to play this at least 2 days, hand separately, before you try to put it together. And don't feel bad about going slowly. Slowly is just fine. The important thing is that you keep your counting going and try to not have pauses, okay? Now page 74 and 75 are quartets. That means 4 people could play this at the same time. I just want you to learn part 3 and part 4, which are on page 75. They look harder than they actually are, but if you look closely, you'll see that both hands are always playing the same notes and moving in the same direction at the same time. For example, part 3, I'm in my A position for all these songs. I'm going to be 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1, 2 and down, 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 up, skip down, step down, all the way up, the same, and next line, start up, skip down, step up, the same, step down, step down, up, step down, step up, skip down. All right, so both hands are always going to move in the same direction and be playing the same notes. Let's finally look at page 77. You're going to be doing some rhythm reading to practice the counting. So I'm going to tap number 1, the right hand alone. Try to do it with me. 1 and 2 and ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3. Now I'm going to do my left hand. Ready? Here we go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. Let's try to put it together. 1 and 2 and ready, go. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4. So that's the way I'd like you to practice all those 4. On the bottom, we're going to learn some new technique. We're going to put our fingers in the C position. We're just going to be playing a broken triad. So I'll go start, skip up, triad. Now I do the next one an octave higher. Start, skip up, triad, another octave higher, start, skip up, triad. Now I can transpose those to D and E. That means I'm just going to play the same thing in a new position. So I'm going to find my D position, play start, skip up, triad, move to the next D, start, skip up, triad, move to the next D, start, skip up, triad. Okay? Let's look at number 2. I'm going to be in F position because I see my 5 finger on the F. Alright, I'm going to go start, all the way up, skip down, skip up, triad 2. Now the next F down, start, jump up, skip down, skip up, triad. Now an octave lower, here we go, start, up 5, skip down, skip up, triad. Transpose those 2 other positions also. So let's try that in G position. No black keys in that position. So I'll go starting on the 5 finger on G. Here we go. G, D, E, D, triad. Now the next G down. G, D, E, D, triad. Move it down again. Here we go. G, D, okay, that's it for this week, and we're already through lesson 8. There are only 15 lessons in the whole book, so you're doing great. We're over halfway done, and that's pretty good because it's a fast track class also. All right, thank you for keeping up. See you hopefully at an office hour this week. If not, just turn your pieces in an upload to me. Thank you. Bye.